Shalom Yashara Allah. Shalom Yashara Allah. Kahalo Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Hamashiach Yahushua. Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I'm back to you with another straight to the point moment. We're going to open up this vid with this short little Land of Nod poem that was written by an Edomite by the name of Robert Louis Stevenson. And this is just a hint or a notion to know that these are the actual people, the descendants of Cain, and the actual people known as the idumeans. Today we call them white people. We know them as the children of Esau. The land of Nod. From breakfast on through all the day, at home among my friends I stay, but every night I go abroad, afar into the land of Nod. All by myself I have to go, with none to tell me what to do. All alone beside the streams, and up the mountainside of dreams. Read it again. And up the mountainside of dreams. The strangest things are there for me, both things to eat and things to see, and many frightening sights abroad, till morning in the land of Nod. Try as I like to find the way, I never get back by day, nor can remember plain and clear the curious music that I hear. And so these are the children, as mentioned in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Let me grab that. These are the descendants of those wicked ones. The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? So these are those devils. And the reasons I make mention of this, because this was dealing with the Warsaw Pact that I brought up in the last video, which is supposed to be a two-part video. Here's the second part. All right. But before I get that, I want to get another scripture. But why that poem is such a clue to who these bastards are. They're very baseful people, right? Job 30:4. But you know what? I start up a verse. Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness. This was Cain. In the former time, desolate and waste his cities. This is Petra. This is Idumea. This is Esau. No heritage, for his heritage was laid to a waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth, and in rocks among the bushes. They brayed under the nettles. They were gathered together. Who is this? Let's go to the Carpathian Mountains. I'm going to tie this all back together. The Carpathian Mountains, or Carpathians in Greek, Carpathians, are a range of mountains forming an arc across Central and Eastern Europe, roughly 1,500 kilometers long. It is the third longest European mountain range after the Urals, 2,500 kilometers, and the Scandinavian mountains, 1,700 kilometers. And again, all these nations named, these are where Edomites dwell, large amounts of them. The range stretches from the eastern Czech Republic and Austria and northwest Slovakia and Poland and Hungary, Ukraine, Romania, and Serbia. Why is this so important? Let us get that Warsaw Pact again. The Warsaw Pact. The Warsaw Pact was a treaty that established a mutual defense organization. It was composed originally of the Soviet Union, Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Serbia, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. Hold on, let us go back to the Carpathian Mountains. Czech Republic, Austria, Slovakia, Poland, Hungary, Ukraine, Romania. All these things tie into who Esau really is. Now, they're not the original people of Japhet, because we know that these mountains have another name called Riphath, which if you go to Genesis chapter 10, verse 3, let's go get it. Genesis chapter 10, verse 3, Riphath was the son of Japhet, which some of these devils would sit up there and prescribe when they teach, oh, we're not Esau, we're the children of Japhet. Genesis chapter 10, verse 2, the sons of Japhet, Gomer, Magog, Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Titus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath. Let's go get it. The name of these mountains, man. Again, these bastards think they slick, man. These are some damn devils we dealing with. Damn devils, man. Matter of fact, let me get it right. Gilead and Riphath. Right here. Riphath was the grandson of Noah, grandson of Japhet, son of Gomer, Japhet's eldest younger brother of Ashkenaz, the older brother of Togarmah, according to the table of nations in the Hebrew Bible, Genesis 10 and 3. Now the mountains that they dwell in, let's get, because they renamed these mountains from Carpathians to what? August Wilhelm Noble proposed that Riphath beget the Celtic people who, according to Plutarch, had crossed from the Riphaean mountains while en route to northern Europe. Smith's Bible Dictionary also forwards Noble's notion that the Carpathian Mountains, the Carpathian Mountains in the northeast of Dacia is the site of Riphath or the Riphaean Mountains. So these are the same damn mountains. You're not the children of Magog and Gog. You are the damn Edomites. The children of Magog and Gog have been scattered and pushed out their land just like the Israelites, because you bastards went around conquering the earth. For Job 9:24 stated that the earth had been given to the hand of the wicked. And then we went to Job 30 and 4, and we started verse 2 to read down to 4 to get who you bastards are. You are the children of the land of Nod. You made this stupid ass poem. This poem attached to you today because you made a children book out this damn poem. You literally did that. You're the devils that the Bible speak of. All right? You're those damn devils. Now let's go get Revelations chapter 20, verse 8. Quick, short, straight to the point moment. Tied in history. Tied in that the Warsaw Pact originally that was signed by these damn devils are the same people that's fighting the devils over here in America today. The same tribe of people. Same people. Same damn people. And how do we know this? Revelations chapter 20, we start at verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Shaitan shall be loosed out of his prison. Who is Satan? You bastards are the Satan. You're the devils, deceivers of the planet, loosed out of your prison. After the dark age, you was loosed out of your prison. Verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations. Who? To deceive the nations. You deceived every nation on this planet, including the nation of Yashara Allah, which are in the four quarters of the earth. And you are everywhere in the planet of this earth, just like we've been scattered. You everywhere dominating the earth. Gog and Magog. Here is not mentioning the people, but talking about the land mass and who the people inhabit. You devils, to gather them together to battle. And that's what you bastards are doing now. And you've been gathered together. Oh no, the end is not yet, as mentioned in Matthew 24, but you've been gathered together for battle, for the day of the Lord's sacrifice. Headshot. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. This is who you devils are. Right? And that's a little history, a little quick history sesh there, dealing with Warsaw Pact over to the Carpathian Mountains, the children of Riphath. Really, you're not those children, and we went to pull out who you really are, and you're the children of the land of Nod. That's who you are. It's Job 30, chapter 4, verse 30, and chapter 30, verse 4 stated. Let's get it. Right here. Yea, we start at verse 2. Job chapter 30, verse 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me? When did you ever profit God? Even your forefather Cain didn't profit God. His sacrifice was denied. It wasn't good enough. And even then, he didn't have a place for repentance had it been received. It would be rejected anyways, the scriptures say. In whom old age was perished. For your name means wasted away is he. That's what Esau means. Some brothers will say Esau means red, but we know that similar to that is wasted away as he. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in the former time, desolate and waste, because your heritage was laid waste by the Most High. And you fled into the wilderness of Nod, which Nod means wandering. That's what you do. You wander. You wandered from cave to cave to cave, and from mountain to mountain. This is why a lot of your history is in those mountains. And this is why when we go to it, it said that y'all label these mountains or city of Petra the most treasured city. You call it one of the 7 wonders of the world. That's what you call it. Let's read down into it, man. Let's get that. Importance in antiquity. Well, let's get a little bit further. This is what you bastards did, man. Here we go. Access to the city. This is talking about Petra, which is the capital of what we know today at that time, east of the Jordan, when they went into that land. This was known to carry. You had Basra and Petra. Access to the city is through a 1.2 kilometer long gorge called the Sik, which leads directly into Kazne, famous for its rock-cut architecture. And we see this same rock-cut architecture here in America, on Wall Street, in Washington. We see it every damn where. And water conduit system, Petra is also called the Red Rose City. Who else is named Red? Esau, because of the color of the stone from which it is carved. It has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Who? UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which in the next video I'll go into who UNESCO is. Since 1985, UNESCO has described Petra as one of the most precious cultural properties of man's cultural heritage. Let's go get that in Genesis, man. You bastards are not us, but you are mankind. Genesis chapter 1. We'll drop down, verse 26. We'll go up a little bit. Start at verse 24. Genesis chapter 1, verse 24. And Yahweh said, let the earth, and the Elohim said, let the earth bring forth living creature after his kind, cattle, and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And I made the beast of the earth after his kind, the cattle after his kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And Yahweh saw it was good, because we know that word can be interchanged. You can say Elohim or Yahweh. Verse 26. And Yahweh said, let us make man in our image. Who? Man in our image after our likeness, and let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he him, male and female, he created them. So now we go up, we see here the beast. That word beast goes into also mankind. It goes into mankind. Matter of fact, let's get it. Or creature. Let's go to it in the blue letter. Genesis chapter 1, verse 24. Get that word creature. Then we're going to precept that word creature. Strong's H5315. It's nefesh, a feminine noun. Word etymology is from Strong's H5314. Outline biblical usage. Italic 1, soul, self, life, creature, person. Again, person. What? Person, appetite, mind, living being, desire, emotion, passion. Italic A of 1, that which breathes, the breathing substance or being. Soul, the inner being of man. Headshot. Italic B, living being. Italic C, living being with life in the blood. Italic D, the man himself, person or individual. Headshot. See, you was created, and then we were created in Genesis 2:7. You are that creature. You are. In the next video, I'll break down the word creature. Now, here's to say it, man. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you are the idumeans of the earth. And the reason why you hold this site so important is it's literally your heritage laid waste. Your heritage. And the reason why you voted one of the new seven world wonders of the world, Petra is a symbol of the Jordan, as well as Jordan's most visited tourist attraction. Who visited to, and we know it ain't us visiting shit like that. The tourists of the world are you motherfuckers, because you are the vagabonds. You are the tourists of the world. Tourist numbers peaked at 1.1 million tourists in 2019, making the first time that the figure rose above 1 million mark. Tourism in the city was crippled by COVID-19 pandemic, but soon after started to pick up again, reaching 260,000 visitors in 2021. And that's basically y'all, because you're trying to know your heritage before your kingdom comes down. This is your heritage right here. And today we see these same buildings in New York. So with that, I want to give all praises to Kahala Yahweh Bahashim Hamashiach Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakadash, and death to America. Shalom, Aki.